Most men chase, few attract, and the irony is the harder he chases, the faster she pulls away. But the man who understands the key, the difference between the pursuer and the magnetic, never chases. He doesn't have to. He becomes the gravitational center. Women orbit him, not because he's rich or famous, but because he knows the truth. Attraction isn't something you get. It's something you become. This one misunderstanding traps millions of men in a cycle of endless pursuit. They treat attraction like a transaction. Buy dinner, give compliments, reply instantly, do everything right, and hope she'll choose him. But all that signals is desperation. I'm trying to prove myself to you. And women feel it, they test it. Then they walk away from it fast. Neil Strauss called this the difference between alpha energy and approval, seeking behavior. One draws her in, the other repels her. So, let's ask, why do most men chase? Because they think she is the prize. Because they haven't made themselves the prize. And when a man values her more than he values himself, the dynamic collapses. He reacts, she leads, he follows. He thinks, if I do everything right, maybe she'll choose me. She thinks, if he's trying this hard, how many others is he trying for? No mystery. No tension, no challenge, and without those, there's no attraction. Mystery, the godfather of seduction, built entire systems around reversing this. He taught men to spark attraction first before showing desire. Why? Because desire must be earned, not given. When you lead with interest, you become predictable. When you lead with self-control, you become intriguing. One of Mystery's rules, don't show interest until she earns it. Not to be cold, but to be discerning. Powerful men don't offer access just because a woman is attractive. They let her qualify herself, let her invest. Because here's the truth no one wants to say. The more you invest before she's interested, the less value your attention holds. But flip the script, let her invest first, let her wonder, and your attention becomes a reward. That's the difference. The attractive man doesn't prove anything, he has options or acts like he does. Women respond to perceived abundance, not desperation in disguise. And it's not about pretending, it's about shifting your inner world. Robert Greene said it best. Seduction isn't about technique. It's about presence. The seducer doesn't need to talk. He listens, he pauses, he lets silence build tension. The man who needs validation fills every silence, over-explains, tries to entertain. But the grounded man, he looks her in the eye, says nothing, and creates electric tension. Because attraction isn't about a perfect line. It's about self-perception. A man who knows his worth doesn't chase, he selects, and women feel that. They sense that he is different, that she has to step up, that she has to earn his attention, maybe even seduce him. And that is when the dynamic flips. That's when attraction ignites, when she starts chasing you. But let's go deeper. Attraction isn't about how you act around women. It's about how you live when you're not around them. The men who attract without effort have one thing in common: purpose, not some fake alpha cliché, real purpose. Biological purpose. A man on a mission signals, I don't need you to complete me, I'm already moving. That changes everything. It makes you unpredictable. It gives your energy a sharpness, an edge, because women don't crave men who are always available. They're drawn to men who are building, creating, focused on mastery. A man in motion, a man who doesn't pause for anyone. Not to be cold, but because his time is sacred, and that sacredness is magnetic. She wonders, what's he doing? Why isn't he texting? Who's he thinking about? You stop being an open book. You become a mystery worth reading. Because, here's the paradox, the less you chase, the more she desires. It's not manipulation, it's psychology. Humans want what they can't easily have, and now you're the one she tells her friends about, not because you chased, but because you chose yourself. Let's go even further. Chasing is emotional, attraction is energetic. When a man chases, he operates from lack. He thinks she will fill his emptiness. His energy becomes needy, even if his words sound confident. And women feel that dissonance. They don't respond to words, they respond to energy. Two men can say the same line. One repels, one attracts. It's not about the line. It's about who you are when you say it. The attractive man doesn't chase wholeness through her. He's already whole. His energy is calm, rooted like an oak tree, and that stillness, that masculine stillness, it pulls her in. Here's another truth. The man who chases is always reacting. She doesn't text, he spirals. She flirts, he gets insecure. He's owned by her actions. But the attractive man, he stays composed. Not cold, just centered. He's not afraid to walk away, and that's where true power lies. Because attraction only exists when loss is possible. If she knows you'll always be there no matter what, there's no tension. But when she feels your standards, when she knows you'll walk, she steps up. Not because of games, but because of boundaries. Most men avoid boundaries. They're afraid of losing her. But the man who attracts knows. The right woman is drawn in by your standards, not pushed away. Let's pull in evolutionary psychology. Hi, Val. You males in tribal society weren't chasing. They were busy building, protecting, leading, and women competed for them. Why? Because presence, leadership, discernment, and selective attention are still hardwired triggers of attraction. If your attention is available to everyone, it holds no value, but if it's earned, it becomes craved. Think of it like fire. Light it too fast, and she warms, then leaves. Build it slowly. Let her step closer. She gets addicted to the warmth. This is how desire builds, not through effort but through energy. Because women don't fall for the man who does the most. They fall for the man who makes them feel the most. An emotion is created through suspense, unpredictability, restraint, and confidence. So ask yourself, are you trying to win her or inviting her into your world? That one shift rewires the entire game. Because the man who wins her attention tries, the man who invites her attention decides. He shares his reality and lets her step into it. He doesn't beg, he doesn't convince, he just is. And that's more seductive than anything you could ever say.